You know, I gotta tell you, this has been an awesome week in American politics, and we're talking about it here on the Fowler Show. We've seen the president, I would say that the president sort of stepped out of his shell a little bit and shown that he's like, listen, I've had enough, and I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I don't give two shits, who cares? So we're talking about that on the Fowler Show. We're talking about so much more. But once again, America, this show is nothing without you. And you can join this movement pretty easily here at Fowler Nation. Go to www.youtube.com/Fowler Show and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And join this movement, baby. It's nothing without you. It's nothing without you. And neither is this segment. It's time for your news by the numbers. There's no talking points. There's no talking heads. There's no smoking guns. Tonight, it's you, me, and nothing but the raw numbers. And tonight's number is $80 billion. Yes, buckle your seatbelt, folks, for all you fiscal conservatives, austerity cutters, people who will cut their way to the bottom. I have news for you. If you are a big if you believe in this type of austerity cutting and you're a budget hawk, then you should join the movement to reform and eliminate mass incarceration. Obama said this week that $80 billion spent in incarceration could eliminate tuition at public universities. We spend over $80 billion a year on mass incarceration. Yes, indeed, America, it is true. It costs us $80 billion a year. That's how much, you know, expenditures it costs the United States, mostly on the state and local level in 2010, according to the Hamilton Project. But the president gave a very, very impassionate and emboldened speech at the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People's 2015 National Convention. And this is what he said, and there's a couple things in here that I think are awesome, nuggets around mass incarceration that we should all pay attention to. Thing number one. America is home to 5% of the world's population, but 25% of the world's prisoners. Thing number two, America keeps more people behind bars than the top 35 European countries combined. Thing number three, in 1980, before we had mandatory minimums, there was 500,000 people in jail. Today, there are 2.2 million Americans who live in jail, many because of non-violent offenses. And I will add a third to this. I think, here's the thing. We in this country have to have a mindset change around mass incarceration, because drug abuse and drug addiction is not a criminal justice issue. It's a mental health issue. Putting a heroin addict in jail does not take away or does not treat their addiction. Let's be very clear about it. Let me repeat that. And we could change a drug. Putting a meth addict in jail does not treat their addiction. Their addiction is a mental health issue. It's a health care issue. They should be seeing a doctor, not seeing bars. We have a shot in this country. And the president was in his remarks, the president called out, you know, folks who have been pushing this, you know, Rand Paul, Republicans who are like, listen, this mass incarceration is a problem. And this all started because of Ronald Reagan's war on drugs. It started with Richard Nixon and sort of worked its way, spilt over to Ronald Reagan, where they thought they would have these mandatory minimums. They crippled minority communities, crippled the black community, crippled Hispanic communities, and they show that none of these policies work, because the more people go to jail, the more likely they are to go back to jail. America, for all you budget hawks out there, if you want to save, if you want to decrease the budget, let's cut $80 billion right now today. I will tell you this. I'll make this promise to you. If Republicans brought a bill to the floor right now to do criminal justice reform that would cut $80 billion from our budget, $80 billion in government spending, Democrats would line up, progressives would line up, and we would vote with you on this one thing. Because we all believe, well, we have a different mindset on this thing. You guys believe in the money thing. We believe in helping the people thing. But it's all the same results. We'll take the same results, America, every single solitary time. Anyway, I'm moving on.